Some children don't cut off their families because they stopped loving them. They cut them off because staying started to destroy them. And that's the part most people don't understand. From the outside, it looks selfish. It looks disrespectful. It looks like the child just gave up. But inside, it's rarely that simple. Because no child grows up wanting to distance themselves from the people who raised them. That distance is not a sudden decision. It's something that builds quietly over time. It starts with things that seem small in the beginning. Arguments between parents that never really stop. Tension in the house that becomes normal. Raised voices that slowly turn into background noise. A home that feels more stressful than safe. And without realizing it, the child learns something important. That peace doesn't last. That conflict is normal. That silence is safer than speaking. Then come expectations. Not guidance, but pressure. Constant comparison. Being told they should be better. Being reminded of what they're not. And slowly, the child stops feeling accepted for who they are. They start feeling like they're only valued when they perform. So they try harder. They adjust. They stay quiet. They ignore their own emotions just to keep things stable. But that effort has a cost. Because when a child keeps adjusting to maintain peace, they slowly stop being themselves. They become careful, measured, emotionally guarded. Not because they want to be, but because they've learned that being themselves creates problems. Then comes something even harder to notice. Emotional neglect. Not always intentional, not always obvious, but deeply felt. When the child tries to express something and is dismissed, when their feelings are minimized, when they are told they are overreacting or being too sensitive, and over time, they stop sharing. Not because they don't feel, but because they no longer believe anyone is truly listening. This is where the real shift begins. The distance doesn't start physically. It starts internally. They stop expecting support. They stop opening up. They stop depending on the people who once felt like home. And from the outside, everything may still look normal. They still live there. They still talk. They still follow routines. But emotionally, they've already started leaving. And then one day, the physical distance happens. Not out of anger, not always out of rebellion, but out of exhaustion. Because staying started to feel heavier than leaving. And here's the part that most people don't talk about. The child often feels guilty. They question themselves. They wonder if they are overreacting, if they are being ungrateful, if they should have tried harder. Because despite everything, they still care. They still remember the good moments. They still carry love. And that's what makes it complicated. Because walking away doesn't mean the pain disappears. It just changes form. Now, it becomes silence, distance, unanswered calls, unspoken thoughts, and a constant feeling of something missing. So no, children don't just cut off their families. It's not a moment. It's not one fight. It's not one mistake. It's years of feeling unheard, years of adjusting, years of choosing silence just to keep things from breaking. Until one day, something inside them breaks. Not loudly, not visibly, but quietly. And from that moment, they stop expecting. They stop explaining. They stop hoping things will change. Because hope becomes exhausting when nothing changes. And that's when distance begins to feel safer than connection. Not better, not easier, just safer. But here's the part no one really sees. Even after they leave, they don't stop caring. They still think about the past. They still remember the good moments. They still question if they made the right decision. Because walking away doesn't erase love. It just creates space between love and pain. And sometimes that space is the only thing keeping them from losing themselves completely. So if someone walks away from their family, don't just ask why they left. Ask what they had to go through to finally choose themselves. Because no one walks away from home easily. They walk away when staying stops feeling like home.